He said, forget that noise, Jack. I'm chilling with my mama. Jack. Look at my baby. He's like, I am chilling with my mom Dukes. Y'all got me messed up. So I'm here with Sir Taco. He's in the mix with us. Sorry, y'all. I want y'all to see my baby nose on YouTube. Where's Robo Bear at? I got my Taco Bear here. Say hi, Taco. And we catching up. Taco said, forget that noise. I'm chilling with my ducks. Okay? And we about to catch up with Winter. Fix your bow tie. We about to catch up with Winter and her shenanigans. Okay? And with Taco as our guest, as our guest, as our special guest. So, yo, we made it all the way to chapter 12. So let me catch y'all up right quick. So what had happened was, da, 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 let me get my glasses real quick. Taco, you gotta let me focus, baby. No, you can't climb up there. Excuse me while I tame the kitty. Isn't he cute? His little bow tie. Let me fix. Oh, he looks so weird. My little panther. Isn't he cute? He's so huge. Y'all done seen him grow over the last almost a year now. Lord knows I never thought I would have a cat. Okay. So what ended up happening is um where we left off is let me get her name again, y'all. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. It went to basically on the run because she got hunted down by the killer beast from Brooklyn. And what's her name? Got locked up for boosting. I can't remember her name for nothing. I just got off work, so forgive me. Please forgive me. Let's see. Let's see. Oh man, she was Winter has been going through the rain. Um oh man, I think her name was Simone. Let me just make sure real quick. Once I get her friend's name, then I'm in the house. Once I get her name, I'm in the house. Simone. Okay, so Simone. So this what happened. Dang, he shit. Okay, so this what happened. Simone had got locked for boosting that Chanel outfit that she saw down in the department store. And because you know Winter like rocks with the best, okay? So she had got locked up stealing that pink Chanel outfit for her. And girl, she didn't even look out for her partner. Her partner, she was Simone hit went up like, yo, I'm locked. Give me bail me out, bitch. Like, come on, nigga. And mind you, Simone is like 6, 7 months pregnant, okay? And which is like, well, why can't you use some of your daughter's money? What's up with that? And she was like, that's for the baby. Like, I got you. We go way back. Like, look out for me, whatever. Like, and Bitch was like, bitch, you not about to trick me. And she played her and was like, yo, she played her. She was like, yo, I'm gonna hit you on the next one, and hung up on her ass. Didn't even look out for her own partner. You know what I'm saying? They've been making all this money together, boosting, she selling the clothes, and then left her friend in the dust. You know what I'm saying? Hey girl, I'm catching you up right now. I got you. So because Winter left her in the dust, when Winter had oh, let's see, what did Winter do? She Oh, she got Santiago's letter. She was mad depressed. Okay, and so they forced her into psychiatric care. But of course, she wasn't being honest about how she felt. And so, with her not being honest about how she felt, um, she really didn't get the help that she actually needed. At the end of it all, Winter is only 17 years old. Okay. That's the reality of this. The reality is Winter Santiago is 7, which I wish we knew more about her parents' life and history. That would gave us some more body to these characters that are her parents. Okay, to get a better understanding of how they came to live in this lifestyle with her mother having Winter at only 14 years old. Anyway, she ended up coming back to the house. Okay, so she ended up going out on one of her because she's at a group home right now. Winter's at a group home with a whole bunch of other girls, and she ended up being able to go out on a weekend pass. And she got like fucked up. She was drinking some liquor, watching a matinee, having a good time. Okay. Then on her way back to the group home, she gets jumped by Simone and a whole bunch of girls out in from her neighborhood. And so she's like, fuck that, I can't go back. So she said she was working that mini skirt, okay? So she got loose on them, hopped on the subway, ended up walking because, mind you, she's basically homeless. She's homeless. She ain't got nothing but a stack to her name. And in New York, I mean, anywhere, $1,000 really ain't much. And so, especially somewhere like New York, she's going from restaurant to restaurant. And she was supposed to meet up with one of the girls who was supposed to bring her stuff. Yeah, and she got jumped. So after she shook him, she was supposed to meet up with one of the girls, but it was really like a setup. You know what I'm saying? Come to find out, girl, the girl that she roasted before she went to go see the counselor, the girl that she roasted, Rashida, who kept telling her, you need to fuck with Sister Souljah. She's the realest, she's the illest. She ended up being the one to have her back because she was telling her, like, yo, you need to come on down to Sister Souljah's camp so you can get your shit together. These bitches done ransack because she had a chest with all her designer clothes, all her beauty products, all her shit, how she was making money. She was doing the hair, the nail stuff, everything. She had a whole bunch of shit. And Rashida ended up being the one to meet her at the subway station. That's how she figured that she was going to end up getting set up. So Rashida's like, it's not safe for you. These bitches is looking for you. You need to come to Sister Soldier's spot. So as we do normally, I'm just going to read the last 2 pages from chapter 11, and we're going to move on to chapters 12 and 13. Okay, so here we go. Da, 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 da. Where should I start? Oh shit, hold on, I might need to go back a little bit further. Hold on. Okay, as I place my so here she is at one of the restaurants. This is where we left off. She's at one of the restaurants because she really didn't have nowhere to go. Old girl was working that skirt. She lost one of her heels. She ended up having to wear some pink house shoes, and she was just all fucked up. Okay, them girls in Brooklyn was about to whoop her motherfucking ass. Okay, Okay, so as I placed the plate and pizza crust into the garbage can, my eye caught a glimpse of Rashida coming up the subway stairs and into the mall in Penn Station. She didn't see me standing there. She kept looking over her shoulder nervously. She'd run in and out of every little indoor store in the huge waiting area, wondering what she was doing. But not wanting to see her, I stepped 3 steps back into the pizza store and glanced outward from my discreet position. That's when she did it. Like a woman having a nervous breakdown, she went directly under the huge digital train schedule display on the ceiling and shouted with both hands on her head, "Winter, Winter, Winter, if you can hear me, please." Stunned, I came. I rushed over so she could shut up. When she saw me coming toward her, she got excited like I was Ed McMahon delivering a publisher's clearinghouse multi-million-dollar sweepstakes check. Without talking, she grabbed my hand and jerked it, pulling me toward the staircase that led uptown to the uptown train. When I resisted, she said, "Winter, seriously, we got to get out of here." I saw the terror in her face. I followed, knowing she ain't the slick type. "Simone is going to kill you. Well, maybe not kill you. Well, maybe not kill you, but hurt you real bad. She has a gun. You must have did something terrible to her." How do you know this? Everybody knows. Last night, Lachey said that Simone said that you was a double crossing bitch. Lachey was with Simone yesterday from 8 to 10. When Lachey came inside, she told everybody that you was gonna get popped. She said you deserved it because you double crossed her too and cut her out of some of the money. They was waiting for you. Lachey said Simone had a crew of girls outside the house of success. That's the group home, by the way. Everybody thought you'd be in before curfew. I was praying you didn't come. I told them the whole thing was between Simone and Winter, and it was stupid for anyone else to get involved. I told them y'all don't even know Winter's side of the story. Then what happened? They locked me in our room and kept their bodies against the door so I couldn't get out. They locked me in there until like 11:30. Oh shit. It's freezing up. Y'all on the ground, while this is freezing over here on YouTube, y'all come over here to YouTube and follow along. Okay, we back. I saw that shit freezing. So I don't know where it froze at for y'all, but they was waiting for her outside the house of success, and she was praying that she didn't come. And then they locked her in the room and they kept the bodies against the door so I couldn't get out. They locked me in there till like 11:30. Then what? And then what? Okay. I don't know. Nobody would tell me shit. So how did you know I was here? Last night, after everybody thought I was sleeping, Lachey came in our room. They was looking for something because they were all over your bed. Next thing I know, Lachey had opened your trunk. They was picking and choosing who wanted what, and Lachey was giving your stuff out. From what I could see, they took everything down to the barrettes and the face cream. Even the security guard was trying to get something out the deal, but none of the clothes could fit her, so she stole those cartons of cigarettes you had in the pouch on the side. Damn. But how did you know I was going to be in Penn Station at 12? Because Mrs. Porter came in this morning about 9. She asked if the girls knew where you were. She wanted to know if you came in last night. Everybody started looking nervous and guilty. So Miss Porter stepped to me. Before I could open my mouth, Lachey blurted out that you was at your mom's in the hospital and you slept over with her. Lachey said you would see her at 12 noon at Penn Station because you needed some clothes and she was going to bring them to you. Now Lachey was getting calls all night, going back and forth to the security desk. So I knew she was up to no good. I didn't know if you had spoken to her or even if you would be here or not. But I took a chance. I didn't want to see anything bad happen to you. Rashida hugged me and my body stiffened. It was time to figure everything out. "Come on," Rashida said, grabbing my hand, guided me swiftly through the train station like I was in kindergarten or something. "What's the deal? Where we headed?" "To a friend's house, Winter. Someone who can help you." "I don't need no help," I told her. "I just need a couple of minutes to think." By the time we got off at the stop she wanted, it struck me, dropped into my head out of nowhere. Without saying a word, I turned around and began to walk back to the subway platform in the opposite direction of Rashida. "Winter, please, I just want to help." "Oh no, you trying to take me to Soldier's house like some kind of charity case, a homeless runaway or something. You can forget it, girl. I ain't gonna do it." "Winter, seriously though? Do you have somewhere else to go?" I didn't answer. I didn't like her self-appointed mother role. You already live in a girl's home. You already ain't got no family. I got a family, bitch. You bugging. I got mad family. You don't know the half. If you got family, went to so much family, why don't you live with them? Where are they? You can't come back to the house of success. It wouldn't be safe. And you don't have to live as soldiers. Just chill for a few days while we figure out what to do next. We, I screamed, throwing my hands up in the air. Now all of a sudden it's we. Fuck you, Winter. Rashida screamed back at me. That's it. I try to right I try to do the right thing and look at you. You don't even realize when somebody's trying to help your old raggedy ass bitch. No, she didn't say that. She didn't say that. That's what I would say. She said when somebody's trying to help your ass. I would have said trying to help your regular ass bitch. You a bum. Your family's in jail. Your mama's a knock. Okay? Your fam don't want to look at you because your father in jail. Stop acting like you ill. You homeless. Okay? The girls that stole all your shit. Bitch, you need to get this work. That's what I would have said. Because I'm a real friend. Okay? So she said, fuck you, Winter. She said, you don't even know how to cuss, right? You sound funny. You don't cuss. She got back at ease and led the way. Her house is right up there. Just do me a favor. Check it out before you flat out say no. Okay? So now we finally on chapter 12 where we need to be. So two big cemented roaring lions sat on the opposite sides of the cement steps leading to the place. The doors made of solid thick glass, framed by maple wood with all kinds of carvings. Behind the gold glass was a black designer gate, an expensive fancy way to say keep the hell out. The building was one of Harlem's Sugar Hill brownstone with 5 floors. Oh, Sugar Hill. We know about that drug movie. The building with 5 floors. What really caught my eye was a mini green Mercedes Benz illegally parked in front. A little black, ugly girl answered the huge door. It was so wide and heavy that it opened slowly. How are you, Rashida? The miniature lady asked. Once inside the door, we were faced with another door, lighter in weight. The girl swung wide open. Parquet floors with colored designs. I caught my breath and reminded myself that months ago I lived in a place 3 times fatter than this, so no need to get all excited. While the troll interrogated, Rashida, did you let Souljah know you were coming today? I checked the spacious. I checked the next spacious room behind 2 more wooden doors, which revealed a winding staircase leading to the second floor. Oh, fancy, Sister Souljah. Now, art, I don't follow that shit, but there was enough paintings on the wall of what? Don't ask me. African titties were everywhere, and wooden mask carvings. There were big pictures with big frames, the kind I hated that were supposed to be a portrait of a person. To me, the person was painted to seem alive, but almost always looked dead. It's the eyes, girl. I feel you. I was in that museum on that date, like, yee, this is creepy. Especially those slave holders parts. Okay. No, I didn't tell Soldier I was coming, but I know it's not a problem because she told me if I ever needed, the short girl disappeared into the dark, huge room before Rachita could even finish. From what I could hear, she was talking on the phone for 3 seconds. She came back out and said, "You can go up, Rachita." It was like walking through a museum. There were huge ivory tusks that had to be straight off an elephant, carefully placed in a sitting room with huge windows. Pieces, marble tables, statues, heavyweight curtains, and plants everywhere. The plants were like decorations, as the designer or whoever hooked this place up had them draped over each window and outlining the walls at the top near the ceilings, then cascading to the floor. Man, watering them bitches got to be a struggle. On the third floor were doors closed tightly as though something top secret was done in there. Each corridor on every floor was elegant with marble stools for sitting and plant holders with more plants. By the time I reached the top floor, I calculated 27 hours since I had slept. My heart was racing out of the normal rhythm. Now, what was bugged about the fifth floor was it was huge and clean, with tall windows and beautiful wooden floors like the rest of the house. But it was as if the designer decorated the whole place, got to the fifth floor, and just quit. Hey, that shit costs money. This is it, Rashida said. There is where Souljah is. She knocked lightly on the half open door and pushed her way in like she lived there. You can sit there, she directed me to a basic wooden chair near a small table. Rashida exited the room where I was seated. She walked through a small kitchen, the fourth one I had seen in this house, and into another room. I watched everything as Rashida began to talk to someone who was concealed behind the half open door. Right? So that I have a sister out here who's a good friend of mine, and that's all I heard because Rashida stepped into the room and closed the door. She probably purposely lowered her voice so I couldn't hear her begging. She better not be begging. She come from money. I feel her. That mentality is a hard thing to break. Um, we ain't gonna get into that. Let's move forward. The room I was waiting in was like a library. There were two wide and towering sets of bookcases that went from floor to ceiling. There must have been at least 1,000 books on those shelves. Big, small, every color, old, new, hard, soft. Some of the books had papers hanging out of them. One shelf had magazines and newspapers only. The windows in this room, what she said, I need another bookcase. I need one for magazines and papers. The windows in this room had no curtains, even though the people in the brownstones across the street could look right in. How did I know? Because that's what I was doing, standing in the window looking in their house. But their windows had curtains. The kitchen was clean, but nothing was in it. Curiosity made me open the refrigerator just enough to look in. Water, salsa, excuse me, water, salsa, and ginger ale. That's it. I heard slight movement and closed the refrigerator door real quick. Soldier was taller than I thought, about 5'6". Dang, she taller than me. She had big brown eyes, long lashes, and chubby type cheeks. Her hair was shining like it just got done. It was in a flat twist style, kind of original. She was a typical uptown girl. Big ass, wide hips, and nope, not a flat belly. She needed to do those sit ups. Oh my God. Nothing to say about her clothes. Blue jeans, white t shirt, and wait a minute, a pair of skips. Non Nondescript sneaker skips. Like she was from one of them Long Island flea market towns. No, she didn't. I thought to myself, where to be reading bitches? Um, the thing that stood out most about her were those eyes. She was staring right through me. She didn't try to hide it or even look away when I looked at her. I wasn't going to stare back at her because what was all this about anyway? She walked over towards me. As far as I'm concerned, she was standing way too close in my face. You need to know people's personal space. You're not supposed to tell them that. They're just supposed to know. Okay, excuse me. I was expecting black combat boots too. First thing she said after a long, uncomfortable moment of saying nothing was, "You're so pretty." I turned my head to look behind me, but I knew she was talking to me. What was I supposed to say in response to that? Where are you from? She asked. Long Island. It just dropped out of my mouth. Less is better. I wasn't going to tell her all my business. There's there is no telling what Rashida had already told her, but I would fix that. No, I meant what country? What? I said, thinking to myself, what the hell is she talking about? We all come from motherfucking right here. No, I was thinking maybe your family is from Panama or Trinidad or the islands, maybe because of her father. And see, we don't know nothing about Santiago, but that name Santiago is very telling that he's from somewhere. Panama, maybe the islands, maybe Cuba, maybe she's Dominican. She don't know though. I gave her a one word response, nah. Then I continued to push for what I wanted. Rashida said that, my cousin Midnight. Yeah, she answered with one word. Listen, I said, I don't know what Rashida has told you. She doesn't know me very well. She, uh, excuse me, y'all. She doesn't know me very well. Rashida rolled, then cut her eyes at me. Anyway, you know how family moves around a lot. I grew up with Midnight. After he was about 16, we just lost track of one another. My mom doesn't have long to live. I like Midnight to see her before she died. He would hate himself if she died without him being able to say a few words. We were close like that. Well, anyway, Rashida mentioned that you know my cousin. She said you'd probably be able to give me his phone number or address. I'm sorry to hear about your mom's. Midnight calls me every now and then, she said casually, like maybe once a month, but I don't know. But I don't call him or have his number. How about an address? No, not even that. She smiled politely. Rashida said, you need a place to stay, she asked, still looking into my eyes. But my dad taught me how to have a poker face, so I put one on. No, not really. No, not really, I answered her. Rashida exhaled, like, bitch, you broke bum. I would have been like, bitch, you know you ain't got nowhere to go. But anyway, that's just me. I can't hold my tongue for too long. Uh, uh, she's like, Winter. Winter, she repeated. That's a different kind of name, Sister Soldier said. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. See, that's what I was telling you. My friends call me Sasha, but Rashida wouldn't know that. Oh, this is a lie that's big. But she is about to get jumped, so she do gotta lie. So, so Sasha, Soldier, she's with the shit. She said, "See, that's what I'm telling you. My friends call me Sasha, but Rashida wouldn't know that." So Sister Soldier go. So Sasha, you're not having any trouble like Rashida said? Her eyes leaving my eyes and landing on the my bedroom slippers. Cause you remember she got them pink slippers on. It ain't nothing, just some jealous girls at the place where I stay. They don't matter though, cause in 2 months I'll be 18 and then I could get my own place. After a pause, Soldier said, the only problem is that in New York, beef between young sisters living in the same space can end up so many different ways. It could be a small thing or it could be murder. Jealousy is a dangerous emotion. Jealous people are usually so intensely dissatisfied with themselves that they have a burning desire to destroy anyone who has something they want but feel they can't have. You can stay here if you want. You don't look like the type to stay too long. But since you are family with Midnight, I don't mind letting you stay until he calls. Then you two could hook up and take it from there. I like the way she put it, so I agreed to stay. Rashida just said things all wrong all the time. She acted like she had one of those red flashing ambulance lights right over her head. She was always too eager. We went to the bedroom where I was staying. The place was real plain, but there was a big mirror and two comfortable looking beds. My sister Lauren stays in that bed, Soldier said, pointing to the right. Watch out for her. She's a trickster. She should be home now, but she's not. Whatever. Those were the last words I heard because I lay on the available bed in my clothes and 27 hours of sleepiness kicked in. Soldier was probably looking at her like, poor thing. Oh, no, tink tink. Around midnight, my eyes reopened. For 3 brief seconds, I tried to figure out where I was. It was the pink slippers on my feet that shook my memory into place. The quiet argument going on outside my door got my blood going, and I listened in. I thought I told you if you were going out and stay out overnight, you should call me. I didn't know I was going to stay out, the unfamiliar voice shot back. How did someone not know they were going to stay out for 2 nights in a row? Now you explain that. I don't really want to explain nothing. I just want to get some sleep. What you need to do is have some respect. You're not my mother, you're my sister. It doesn't matter. Oh, that sounds like me and my sister Lizzie. Oh my God. I mean, I didn't mean to expose us, but me and my sister, it really do. It doesn't matter that I'm not your mother. I'm your sister. I'm the oldest and I take care of you. That's enough reason for you to give me your respect. Then she sucked her teeth. The door to the bedroom swung open. I jumped to I jumped to sit up. She clicked on the light. I could tell she was surprised to see someone in her room by the look on her face. She closed the door back immediately. Who's that in my room? Or should I even bother to ask? Her name is Sasha. She'll be staying for a while. Well, what's the deal? What's the deal? Soldier responded. The 411, I heard her say. Nothing. She's cool. I heard Soldier say. She's Midnight's cousin. Oh, 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 the sister said. Well, I sat there wondering what all that meant. Tall and slim. The sister, who was named Lauren, looked like a brown china doll. She was the model looking type of girl. I couldn't call her a fashion model because she had no fashion. She had nice hair, but with too much gel in it. She had cheap shoes, which I figure runs in her family. Oh my God. Knockoff earrings and a little Joyce Leslie Sears learners type of outfit. I always said it don't mean shit if you don't know what to do with it. She came and introduced herself. Her eyes bounced around the room while she talked. I guess she was checking to see if I messed with any of her shit. So what are you in for? What's your problem? Everybody who stays with Soldier got some kind of problem. That's the only kind of people she likes. Then what's your problem? My problem is that I'm related. And of course, my problem is like everybody else's problems, cash flow. I work for Soldier answering the phone when I'm here. A soft knock at the door, and then a push. Sasha, Soldier said, my sister Lauren can tell you the house rules. She knows them even though sometimes she doesn't follow them. Tomorrow we can arrange to pick up your clothes. No, that's all right. I'm going to go shopping for some things tomorrow. Oh, you do have money? A little something, I said, smiling. Yeah, that's right. I ain't no charity case. I got my own loot. I was thinking to myself, girl, this girl's a mess. Hot mess. A loud bell chimed throughout the house. Could you get that? Soldier asked, calling from the bathroom across the hall from our room. The shower was running. Lauren, can you get the door for me? She asked again. Are you going out? Lauren yelled back in the bathroom. Yeah, Soldier said. I watched Lauren at I watched as Lauren laid down on her bed. Sasha, can you get the door, please? I'm tired. I knew her type. Everything was a test. I played her little game for a minute. When I got downstairs finally, I pulled back the curtain on the lightweight door. I couldn't see the face because the porch light was off, but the street light off the side lit up the Range Rover double park on the side of the money green Benz. The rims on his Rover were so hot, I wanted to fuck the truck. Bitch, now you remind me of my Jeep, bitch. I want to ride head ass. Are you going to let me in or what? Now I stood face to face with GS, one of the hip hop artists in the music industry. Oh, one of the top hip hop artists in the music industry. With 1 2 carat diamond in his ear, my mouth hung open. Now there's not much shit that could surprise me, but right now I was stuck guarding the entrance to the door. Shocked. I was so shocked. I'm in shit. Shocked. I could not move. I had seen all the top artists in concert, even GS. Nobody could convince me that we would ever be standing one on one in the same house. Soldier here, the Guess jeans and fresh out of the Nike. She is killing me. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me get it together. Let me get in my winter character, okay? The Guess jeans and fresh out of the Nike box kicks looked so good, but meant very little once I peeped the gold Rolex with the diamond bezel face. Now, honey just stepped over me like I was a roach. He just stepped over me like I was a roach. Or maybe he confused me with the maid. I watched his 6 foot frame as it disappeared up the stairs. With my mouth wide open and my hands on my waist, you might have seen steam coming out of my ears had you been there. Ooh, she was salty. She was salty. I checked how I just got played out in an expensive And see, I checked how I just got played out in an expensive by 2 day dirty outfit and slippers. They knew who was at the door and they didn't even warn me. Hell, everybody know how much first impressions mean. I didn't even take a minute to brush my hair. It was right then I realized how vexed I was that the bitches in the House of Success had raided my trunk, and I was happy that I had escaped with my loot and jewels, that I wasn't focused on the clothes. But now I stood there calculating the cost. Leaning against the second door, I outlined the shopping I would have to do in my head. It was obvious that there's money in this house. I thought to myself, I wasn't sure I would get a piece of Soldier's hustle, but I was sure that I would. I knew she had to be some kind of con artist. Where did she get the money for this house, the bins, and all that? Bigger question, why would GS go out with someone like her, a girl who rocks skips and just wasn't fly? Oh my gosh, she reminds me so much of myself. She really does. The answer must be because he hasn't weighed his options. Someone like Souljah had access. She must have used those charity concerts to get in good with the stars. Well, now I have access. Staying here wouldn't be as bad as I thought. But like Souljah said, I wouldn't be here long. I passed the happy couple on their way downstairs. She said, "Peace." I mumbled something back. Then I had to do a double right back and lock the door as they left. "So are you ready to hear the house rules?" Lauren asked, laying on the bed smoking a cigarette. "Yeah, give it to me," I said unenthusiastically. "First rule is no smoking." She started to laugh. "Soldier's allergic to cigarettes. Plus, she hates them. With the window open, as you can see. She won't be back for a few hours. I'll spray this stuff," she said, squirting cherry aroma household spray. Like you can still smell it though. "Now, when she gets back, she'll still ask me if I was smoking a cigarette, even though our bedroom door is closed and the window is open and I sprayed this shit. Second rule is you can never stay in this house when no one else is home. You'll either have to go out and do your own thing, come with me, or leave out with Souljah. Oh, and you can't have a key. Those are Doc's rules." "Who's Doc?" "She's a doctor who owns this house. She runs her medical practice on the first floor. You probably didn't notice because her office has a separate lobby and a separate entrance. She has a lot of expensive stuff, equipment and all that. She's she's real strict about the key situation. I have one," she said, shaking her small set of keys. "Next rule, you can't bring nobody to this house. The only strangers who are allowed in are the patients who come in the side door and Soldier students." Oh, snap. Hold on, y'all. All right, we back. The only strangers who are allowed are the patients who come in the side door and Soldier students on Thursday and Sunday nights. Now, the men's group meets on Thursday nights. It's for men only. We can't even stay back here in our room. What about Soldier? Where does she go? She's the teacher. She stays with the men. The women's group is Sunday night. Soldier will want you to attend the womanhood meetings. I couldn't help but roll my eyes. Lauren was calm. She just said, "Yeah, I know, right?" Well, she won't force you into a meeting, but she expects anyone she's dealing with to at least give it a try. They ain't that bad. I go just for the laughs. As far as food goes, this is the deal. I don't cook. Blimpley's, Blimpley's is right on the corner. Pizza, McDonald's, and there's this good Jamaican spot on the avenue. Soldier cooks good, but she's always on a diet. When there's food here, you can eat it. Soldier will share almost everything. On the other hand, other than that, just expect her to try to get your life together, whether you like it or or want to or not. Don't try to stop her. It's in her blood. Now the benefits is the reason I bother at all. Soldier's VIP. She gets invited to everything. Concerts, parties, dinners. She knows everybody. The thing is, unless she has a special reason, she doesn't go. So we get to use the invite to meet everybody who's anybody. Like GS, I had to throw it in. Yeah, he's fine, ain't he? Yeah, he's a fine ass, ain't he? That was him at the door. I said, hoping she would throw in some more information. Yeah, I figured it was him, Lauren said casually. Them two is weird. I started laughing. Somehow or another, I was excited. Even though I appeared to be cool on the outside, the energy was just shooting every which way in my body. My mind was like a tape recorder catching every word. I always went to all the big shows, read the magazines, grew up on hip hop, but I had never been on the inside. As I really thought about it, on the inside is where I needed to be. And if these people didn't know how to take advantage of an opportunity, it would be their loss because I didn't intend to miss a beat. That's what's so weird about them. I tried to seem so interested. Now figure that dude can get any girl he wants. He comes here a few times a week, talks to Souljah for hours, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You get up, go to the bathroom. Them two is laughing, talking, and whatnot. He picks her up, takes her out. On her birthday, he was here cooking for her. You lying? No, seriously, he'll do anything for her. But she stopped talking. But what? She ain't fucked him. He's not even her man or nothing. You're killing me. Killing you. It's killing me. Well, what's the deal? Hold on, let's find out what the deal. Why you ain't doing that ass, Soldier? Lauren said he's not gay. I know the girl he fucked before, but how his man check how his man likes Soldier. He caught beef with his man for liking her, but she ain't his girl, ain't giving him no pussy, nothing. Maybe she's lying to you about it. Nah, if there's one thing I know, it's my sister. She had a few bad relationships in the past. Now her legs is crazy glued shut. I sound like me, girl. Funny thing is, she got more niggas coming and calling since she stopped fucking. Now you go figure. That's how it be, girl. That's how it be. You shut the coochie down, niggas want to take you out on dates. They want, girl, I done been on. Well, I went on a date last week. Didn't do nothing, girl. I gave this nigga another address and ran, bitch. I got another date next week. He think he gonna get some coochie, but watch I pull my shenanigans out on his ass, bitch. He getting this coochie, nigga. Y'all. Anywho, one thing she said made my mind wonder. It was the statement about past bad relationships. I wonder if Midnight was one of them. Now, girl, what she look like? A Tesla? I have several seats, girl. Let me post this. Share the IGTV. You know I be struggling and shit. Oh, that's an ugly picture. Let's find something cuter. Oh no, let's see. Oh, my little things be ugly mug. Hold on. There we go. Oh, I liked it that one. Next. There we go. Title. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all know I be all late. The Coldest Winter Ever, chapter 12 and 13. Pull up to YouTube and catch the rest. Real talking healthy food. Post. Done. I don't put no effort in my posts. I'm sorry, y'all, if you wanted me to do more. Anyway, I wanted to ask, but I knew it was too soon to seem so interested. I figured I wouldn't have to be that nosy to put this puzzle together. The way her sister just volunteered information, it will only be a short time until I see the whole picture. Me and Lauren just clicked. The way she was just cool like that, I knew we would kick it together. For sure. Okay, let me close this, y'all. Put my phone away. So I got some juice when I go to the store. My baby Taco sleep again. He mad. Oh, Andrea, rewind it back so you can see how big Taco is. He got a blue bow tie on now. I'm gonna switch it to the green one in a minute, just so you know, because I know you fucks with Taco, so that's why I wanted to tell you. Um, so they cool word. So back in the bins, things couldn't have been better. Doc drove us to go shopping. She was the first black female doctor I had ever seen up close. Everything she had was high quality. She looked young, acted young, and didn't even get snobby about being a brain surgeon. Oh, that's bad to the bone, girl. Man, I'm trying to surround myself I'm sorry y'all, but I'm just saying I want to be around more successful people like that. Like my auntie Nana is super successful. Like I want to be around like super smart people so that I could be more smart. You know what I'm saying? And make them laugh with my hood tactical ways. Anyway, when we go to the store, she whipped out her go card. When her wallet flipped out, I peeped. She had platinum cards, Diners Club, the works. She was picking clothes and accessories for herself out the top line designer sections of the store. There were items only a professional shopper like myself would have the eye to select. When I seen how she just run everything on the car, I thought to myself, it's like she's not even paying for it. It's like she's not even paying money for it. I needed one of those plastic cars so I could walk out of the store with bundles of stuff in my hands too. I grabbed every credit card application in sight. Like I said, I want to be bought up too. While me and Doc shopped, Soldier would lean on anything and read her book. Her sister Lauren was playing me so close it was annoying. I could tell she was a sponge just trying to soak up my flavor. She watched what clothes I selected, even stuff I just picked up, looked at, and placed back on the rack. When I put something down, she would pick it up. Her eyes would be bulging as she looked at the price tag. I never liked shopping with a couple $1,000s to spend while your partner only had 150. The person just keeps giving you the buy me something look. And y'all know I ain't buying nobody shit. Winter cracks me up because she reminds me of my young 20, 21, 22, 23-year-old self, okay? Especially when I started getting rich with 22, 23, 24. I was just a piece of shit for nothing, just for nothing. Had no reason, okay? Oh shit. Um, what was the icing on the cake was I bought a red leather coach bag. It was a perfect match for the red Range Rover I'd seen last night. After following me around the whole afternoon without buying nothing, Lauren went and bought the same exact bag I purchased. Shit, like that was unforgivable. But I told myself she's not a shopper. She's definitely no competition. So I checked what she did and let it go. Before I knew it, my hands were heavy with packages, but the yellow envelope taped to the bottom of my pocketbook was light. I only had $500 left to my name. Doc had challenged me to floss, so she had to show out on that ass. I couldn't let her go on the shopping spree for herself with me sitting back looking like the pauper. Plus, if you have a binge, you ought to be able to fill it with packages from Bloomingdale's, Saks Fifth Avenue, Nordstrom, and whatnot. Now, let me tell you something about me. I wasn't big on that shit because I always felt like the motherfuckers never liked black folks, but I would spend on my shoes and jackets. Especially living out on the East Coast, you got to have a good jackets and coats, good jackets, good winter coats, good boots, good bags. I would spend on that, but clothes, pish posh. I didn't give a fuck about that. I wore all black anyway. It all fit into my plan anyway. I would reverse last night's scene of embarrassment with the messy clothes and slippers. GS would never catch me off guard again. The next time he ran into me, he wouldn't even know I was the same girl who answered the door. Dinner was crazy. Picture us all seated around a large table at Doc's on the third floor. Boxes of Chinese food everywhere. Everyone's getting their grub on. The questions began. First, it was Doc. So, Sasha, where are you from? Now, they may think I'm dumb, but I remember answering these same questions with Souljah yesterday. So I was prepared. I'm from the I'm from the United States. I responded. They all laughed. No, Doc said, smiling. What city? State? Borough? Oh, I'm from Long Island. Whereabouts? Way out, almost the Hamptons. Oh, that's a nice area. I bought a house for my mother out there in Dix Hills. Soldier tells me your mom has cancer. I hope you don't mind me talking about it, she said, smiling innocently. Actually, I'd rather not talk about it. I was having a good day and I just don't like to think about it because it makes me sad. Then Soldier jumped in. Oh no, it's just that Doc is excellent in medicine. There may be some way she can help. Yeah, her mama got cancer of the crack. That's what she got. I mean, no offense, she did get her heart destroyed and broken, but I'm saying the only seed she's on is crack. Uh, a lot of the times when people are sick, they keep going to the same doctor, getting the same diagnosis and remedies. Sometimes a second opinion could help. I decided in my head I wanted to encourage them to keep asking questions. If it's the money you're worried about Doc can now Doc could soldier up. If she's from the Hamptons, I'm sure she has a private physician and good care. But Sasha's been living at the House of Success where Rashida stays, so then I cut Soldier off. So I didn't live in Long Island anymore because my mom's medical bills got so expensive that my family went through a lot of changes. And like I said, I really don't want to talk about it. You all don't have to worry about my mother. She has a doctor and a specialist. Me and Lauren decorated our room after dinner. She went to Doc's place. Now I let her lead on the designs because I wasn't planning to stay. What we needed, what we ended up with was three walls plastered with LL Cool J posters, him in every kind of hat ever made. Lauren had some kind of thing for LL, to say the least. She talked about him like she knew him personally. She admitted that she had never been introduced to him face to face, but was in the green room with him at one of her sister's concerts. Why didn't you go up to him? She said, are you kidding me? I couldn't even move. I was in a state of shock. I knew he would be I knew he would be there, but there's a difference between knowing it in your head and then actually seeing the person. You know what I mean? I just shrugged my shoulders. Come on, she continued. When you answered the door last night and seen GS, tell me you didn't freak out for a minute and just lose your cool. Nope, I fronted. You a liar, Sasha. She pushed me down and tickled me like I was 5. We both started laughing as she kept rephrasing the question. Come on, Sasha. You know you felt the electricity in your pussy, bitch. I don't care if you don't admit it, because I know you felt the same thing I felt. Seriously, though, I asked her, do you want to get with him like that? Word up, Lauren said. I'll do anything to jump that nigga's bones. We cracked up. Lauren, what she sounded like me and my sister talk about who we were fuck. um, Lauren was crazy. We stayed up all night long talking. Do you have a man? I asked her. A man? I got a bunch of guys. Why? You want to meet somebody? Maybe, I told her. Well, she said, it depends on what you like. Let me take out my catalog. Okay, Lauren. I'm building my catalog up too, bitch. She whipped out a red leather phone book with some of the pages falling out. I'll start with the beginning, she said, opening up her book to the first page. What do you like most of all? Like the most important thing? Money. I answered quickly. They laughed like I am. Lauren wrapped a towel around her head like she was a swami or gypsy or something. She turned the glass upside down like it was her crystal ball. I hollered laughing. You're nuts. You're nuts. She pushed a piece of paper toward me. Write down what you want in a man in the order of importance. So I did. Money, car, clothes, jewelry, apartment, masculinity, big dick, clean, white teeth, nice body, and I slid the paper right back. She said, holding her finger up to her lips, signaling for quiet. After 30-second pause, she said, it seems as if we have a problem. What is it? We have 50 guys with big dicks and nice bodies. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but they all broke on foot living with their mamas. None of them will do. Mid-afternoon, we woke up to Soldier's complaints. Lauren, get up. You're not taking care of business as usual. Just because we're sisters doesn't mean you should take advantage. The man at the church is waiting for the contract and the money. You were supposed to be there at 11. Why didn't you wake me up? Lauren asked. Because that's not my responsibility. I was out early taking care of what I was supposed to take care of. Lauren sucked her teeth. But the minute she was tapping me, hey, hey, get up. You can either come with me or you can stay here with Soldier. What's up? That's not a choice. I'm coming with you. $1,500 cash passed from Lauren's hand to the hands of the pastor. That's how much he was charging Soldier to rent the church. She was given a benefit for an organization that worked with AIDS patients. When I asked Lauren why it cost so much, she said, you know the deal, it's business. Everybody wants something, even the church. What did Soldier get? I slid in the question since the opening was handed to me. Nothing, her sister said dryly. She has to get something. You're right. She gets an audience. She gets to tell 2,000 people what's on her mind, what her deepest thoughts are, and what they should be doing with their lives. What else? That's it. That's what gets her off. But how does she pay her bills like that? Look, she said, becoming annoyed. I hope you're not going to be one of these people who takes up all my time asking about Soldier, because I hate that shit. How does she pay her bills? People just give her shit. She's supposed to pay Doc Rick. She doesn't. She's just different. Don't try and figure her out. You'll only give yourself a headache. Within seconds, Lauren was back at her joking self. Different had to be the word for it. Thursday night, about 30 something guys crammed into the large front of the apartment. There was some who seemed as young as 16, some seemed as old as 30. As promised, Lauren and I bounced as the last file as the last few filed through the door. Did you see that? I asked Lauren. Wall to wall niggas. It was like an ice cream store up in there. Mad crazy, all flavors. Big, small, tall, short, bodies galore. I was bugging at the shock of it all. Lauren was blase. Wait a minute, I asked her, are any of them in your red book? She laughed. No, Soldier would kill me if I messed with her clients. Now her thing and my thing are separate. I wanted to know what Soldier was doing up in there in the apartment with all those men. I wanted to understand it. I wanted to hear what she was saying. What was making them listen to her? Did she tell Midnight the same thing she was telling them? What was the hustle, the technique? What could she tell a man as fine as Midnight that would keep him under her spell? Did she meet him at one of these meetings? I wanted to ask Lauren, but she warned me already. I didn't want to set her off. That might stop the flow of information completely. I'll wait a while and figure out how to get in another way. The men's meeting ended around 10. We were back in the house an hour later. I had a feeling GS was coming, so I got ready. First, I showered, seated on the bed with a towel wrapped around my body and a towel wrapped around my hair. I twisted a paper towel carefully. I rolled it and weaved it in and out of each toe to prepare for a pedicure I was about to give myself. Going somewhere, Lauren? Lauren asked. No, this is just my routine. I like to keep myself nice. I hate the way old chip nail polish looks on fingernails and toes. Oh, my mama taught me that real young. She wouldn't even touch us. That's when she was messed up. Anyway, um, Lauren glanced at her own fingers. She quickly tried to cover her two fingers with chip nail polish. Who was she fooling? I noticed her nails days ago. Me too, bitch. Who them nails stay on fleek, even in the pandemic, bitch. Um, who was she fooling? I seen her notice the nails days ago. She sat on her bed and proceeded to watch me. As I blocked her out, my hands worked feverishly to the perfect uh, to perfect the French pedicure. Damn, your hands are steady, Lauren said. If that would have been me, I would have never gotten the line straight. Then she did. Then she did it. Can you do my feet next? Now the long pause between her question and my response should have been enough of an answer. But this chick seriously expected me to touch, clean, and design her crusty toenails. Funny thing, I can do my own, but I can't seem to do anybody else's, I told her. Well, then do my hands. I'm sure you could figure out how to do that, she said, being too pushy for my taste. So I did my toes, her hands, my hair. I shaved my underarms, trimmed my pussy hairs into a cute little design, convincing Lauren that everything was regular. I tried on some of the outfits I purchased early this week. When all the stalling tactics were used up, I put on some short shorts and a baby tee with no bra, flipped through Lauren's tape and CD collection. I picked out a mixtape. With each cup playing came a memory. Music just had that kind of power. I thought about all the fun I used to have in Brooklyn. I shivered just thinking about how all of my friends just turned on me one by one. Bitch, cause you are trife. And then DJ S and S slowed the beat down. The slow jams put me in a state. I started thinking about various sexual positions and how they made my body feel. Then the pressure came between my legs. It's crazy. I thought how getting my hustle on nearly wiped out my sex life. When daddy was out, daddy, everything was smooth and safe. He took care of everything. All of my energy could go to just fun stuff. Now I was uptight, backed up, and definitely going to get fucked, sucked, and licked real good. This little bitch makes me so grashy. Lauren turned the music down. Sasha, can you get the door? I rolled my eyes like it was a problem. I didn't bother to turn the light switch for the staircase in the dark. I stepped swiftly and softly down the 5 flights of stairs, loosening up loosening my top button on my Daisy Dukes. I let the zipper come down. The light wind that rushed through the door when I opened it made my nipples hard. They stuck out through my baby teeth. My nipples might as well have been eyes because when the door opened, that's what GS looked at first. Yeah. Soldier here? Do you see me standing here? I asked him in a pushy but sexy way. Well, damn, how could I say no to that question? He asked with a sexy smile and white teeth. Well, why don't you ask me my name? I demanded. He stood there, his eyes falling down to my Ralph Lauren panties, which were discreetly exposed under my shorts. Why don't you just tell me? He said with that masculine force that gets me hot every time. It's Sasha. When you come the next time, if there is a next time, you say what's up to Sasha. Then you can handle the rest of your business. Is that right? He asked, looking like he didn't mind joking around at all. As he stepped through the door, he asked, what's up with the lights? I'll show you up, I said, gently taking his hand, using one finger to run across the inside of his palm, because I knew it would get him going. Girl, she is the extra the most. Let me read this. I had to bathe my two in the kitchen sink. I hate copycats. I will tell Walmart, girl, what you said? I'd be like, okay, $50. That would be $226.83. Like this one. Yes, girl. I'm glad you know. Okay. This girl, bitch, I wish a bitch would be running her hands across my nigga palm, bitch. Like I'll be running my fist across her face. His fingers gripped the naked skin in between the top of my shorts and the bottom of my baby tee. Oh, hold on, wait. Let me run it back because I'm gonna give y'all the details. Okay. So she ran her finger across the inside of his palm because I knew it would get him going. I walked in front of him, leading the way as if it was his first time in the house. When we got to the third floor, I pulled his hand and placed it on my waist. His fingers gripped the naked skin between the top of my shorts and the bottom of my baby tee. On the last step, I dropped him like a hot potato, turned around and said flatly, I'll get Soldier for you. Wait right here. She came out with a big smile on her face, happy to see him. I guess she noticed nothing. I went into my room, shut the door, and sat down. Lauren looked at my titties and my half, oh my God, looked at my titties and in a half a second said, yeah, I don't even have to ask who was at the door. We were awakened early the next morning as soldiers stood in between me and Lauren's beds. I thought to myself, damn, is this bitch a crackhead vampire? She stays up all night. In the morning, you're looking at her like, did you ever go to sleep? I want you to come with me. Get dressed. On the train, the destination was revealed. We were on our way to Rikers Women's Prison. What for? I asked. I have to speak to some young sisters behind bars. What are you going to tell them? I asked, really wanting to know. I don't know. I move on a vibe. Whatever I feel when I says, in what probably, uh, in what was probably a bold move in their eyes. And how much does this speech pay? Somewhat surprised. Nothing. When I speak at prisons, high schools, and community places, it don't cost anything. Well, then, how do you make money? I push different ways. I do projects also. When I speak at colleges, they pay me well. How well? Very well. All all you got to do is say what you feel. That sounds easy. How can I get down? It's not that simple. You have to be talking about something that's important to people in their lives. You have to study, read, watch, work, and interact with people. When you master a particular field, then your words, knowledge, and insight become valuable. You know what I mean? I indicated yes inside. I'm like, yeah, I know what you mean. You saying you can do it, but I can't. That's bullshit. I know more about what goes on in the street than she does. I sure know I sure know more about a lot of shit than she does. We didn't take the normal visitors route to Rikers. We went through an entrance the corrections officers use. We were searched. We were searched. Beads of sweat began to gather as I placed my purse on the conveyor belt. One of the officers took my box cutter, saying politely I couldn't bring it inside. He was taking it to protect me from the prisoners. They cannot be trusted, he said. It was bugging me out to see they treated Souljah and us, her guests, versus how they treated you when you came to visit the prisoners. The officer who was leading the way began to introduce Souljah to all of the other officers. They were smiling, shaking hands, giving her props, all that fake shit. The officer in charge said, the women who you are going to speak to today are all HIV positive. They are in a separate wing of the prison. For the first time since I met Soldier's face appeared to be uncomfortable. With her eyebrows screwed out of position, she questioned the officer. Didn't you say I would be talking to adolescent women today? Yeah, he said, I did. And I have to apologize to you. I didn't get the proper paperwork to my superior office. Oh my God. My superior officer in time. He went and gave me clearance for you to speak to the adolescent women today. I can arrange it for some later date. But believe me, sister, these women need to hear from you. Now, all of their eyeballs were bouncing around. I'm asking myself, Winter, what the fuck are you doing here involved in this mess? Souljah asked the officer, can I use the ladies' room first? Sure, right this way. Come on, y'all, she said, making it clear that we were to follow closely behind her in the bathroom. It was just us three. Oh, no. She was all cool and calm, got in the bathroom. Oh, no, she said, placing her hands on her face. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know we were going to the HIV wing. What the fuck, man? Well, what's the matter? Can we catch it or something? They say you can't catch it except through the blood or bodily fluids. But I never trust what they say anyway. I'm just surprised. I'm nervous. Souljah leaned against the sink, looking into the mirror. I thought you worked with AIDS people, I said. I thought you was giving a benefit for people with AIDS. She smiled nervously and said, yes, I work with professional people who work with AIDS patients. And yes, I give money, but I never had to knowingly touch nobody with AIDS. I never had to be in a small room confined with them. I never had to see the effect of what the nasty disease does to a person's body. It's different. It's a different thing. Then she splashed water on her face, looked in the mirror, and said, I don't know what to say to them. This one will be left to God. I pray that I receive a message to give. She took a deep breath. Damn, that's heavy shit. That's heavy shit. That's right, sister. Oh, she about to preach. She about to preach. I can feel it. Now, if you're one of those corrections officers, you would have never guessed what went on in that bathroom. When we got back out to the hallway, she stood confidently on her 2 feet as if she'd never broken down in the toilet. We entered the doors to the wing. We were standing in the middle of a huge room. The beds were narrow, thin and very close together. They had to be about 100 beds. The first thought I had looking at these women was, this is a waste of time. This bitch. These chicks are finished. Most of them were lying down on their beds doing nothing. Their bodies were thin and withered. Their faces were sunken in like many crackheads I had seen back in Brooklyn. Some of them had fresh bruises and stitches. Some of them had black eyes and blotches. Most of them had big, ugly plaited braids like dykes. They were in bad need of hygiene and a fashion rescue mission. When they saw Soldier, most of them had no reaction at all. In fact, it was the military voice of the man built female CEO that got them dragging their half eaten bodies out of the bed and into the room. Soldier stood wringing her hands nervously and looking bewildered. I chuckled to myself, go ahead, smarty pants. Get yourself out of this one. Now you on the front line. Ooh, this bitch is emo. These women were quiet. Many of them looked disinterested. After all, they had no choice but to be there. They were really a captive audience. She is so petty. When Soldier didn't say anything, the CEO in front of the room cleared her throat loudly and said, go ahead, they're all yours. Good luck. Soldier looked over their faces for 2 whole minutes. She said nothing. Then it came out. I can tell that all of you, I'm gonna try to get my sister Soldier on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. But she talks real good, okay? And real thought out. Plus, I already got the accent, so I'm good. I'm good. Okay. I can tell that all of you used to be very pretty women. I can look at your face and see that you once were somebody's sweetheart, somebody's love, somebody's life. And I know when you were younger, you thought being beautiful was the best thing in the world. But really, we women don't have to do anything to be beautiful. It's a gift from God. The woman is. Somewhere along the line, many of us as women are led to believe that being pretty is enough. And while we rely on that, we forget to strengthen our minds so that we can learn how to think, how to build, how to survive. We forget how to live our lives, to protect our spirit, to be clean and decent. We forget that everything we do matters so much. Every right decision brings us blessings. Every wrong decision brings us pain. And then when times get hard, our struggle and our pain shows on our faces and bodies. When people see our pain and weakness in our face, they say, she used to be fine. She used to be this. She used to be that. When men feel our beauty has faded, we become shocked at how well they ignore us and forget us. We'll do anything to get their attention. Money, love, can I suck your dick? Can I do anything? Can I? Can I? When we hate ourselves, we destroy our bodies with alcohol, drugs, casual sex, and a bunch of stuff. Then we look at ourselves and hate ourselves even more. When I first came in here, I said, what will I say to these women? They are all dying. When I looked at your faces, I thought to myself, what have they done to themselves? But in spite of everything, your children love you. Your daughter needs you. Your sons miss you. We need you to live. We need you to want to live. What is a community without you? Without you, the mothers. What will a community of motherless children be like? Killers, haters, evil, negative, mad at the world, unable to love, hug, and live because they hate themselves, because they needed you to teach them how to feel, how to love, how to just be. So when you look in the mirror, don't see death, see life. Don't see ugly, see beauty. It may not seem like it, but you are powerful. A change of mind, a change of spirit, and a change of actions can create a new you. You are needed. We need you to make the rest of your life mean something special. We need you to take good care of yourselves and each other. So those of us who love and need you can still have your back in our homes, our communities. Yes, there is much to live for. And when I looked up, everyone's eyes were filled with tears. Not mine. I hated her for making me think about my mother. I hated the way she thought she could get into everybody's personal business. I hated whatever it was in her that gave her the nerve to say out loud what everyone else thought, but had sense not to mention. She hugged those women. When she forgot to hug one, they would ask her for a hug. She gave it to them. She shook their sweaty hands and stood still while the ones with many missing teeth accidentally spit in her face while attempting to express themselves. She gave out pamphlets, book lists, and advice and too many autographs. After what was way too long of a wait, we went straight home. One by one, we took long, hot showers right away. Damn, man. That's a heavy ass speech. So check one, two. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, your girl ain't pumping till 8. This is just chapter 12. Um, so we don't got a lot to do for real. We're gonna be able to get back on track next week though. I'm sorry about the delay yesterday. Your girl had to file them taxes. We just doing chapter 12 today. I can't be stuck hella hours. I got responsibilities and shit. So, but check one, two. Let me show y'all something. Okay, here's what's coming next. I don't know if you saw on the gram, ooh, but I got some shorter books. Hold on, don't go. Only be a minute. Once we wrap this up, once we get back on track, we're gonna be able to knock this book down. But I had to come through with something, you know. I had to leave you with a dope book to step two. Step two. Okay. Shout out to Aaliyah. But our next book, in homage to DMX, we're gonna read Never Die Alone by Donald Goins. This book ain't shit. We're gonna get this done in a couple weeks. And the chapters are extremely short. This book is only like 200 and some pages, where we was reading like 20, 50 pages a day with the medical apartheid. So if we could do that, then we could knock this down like nothing. So but we're gonna knock this out first. We're gonna do this and then knock out. Then we'll do that next, okay? And then also we're gonna read the Willie Lynch letter in the making of a slave. Now somebody slid into my Instagram and said that this was a fictional character. Well, I'm gonna do my due diligence and figure it out for myself, and then I'll be back with the remix. Now, when we do this book, we just gonna knock it out in one night because it's only 25 pages. So, as a matter of fact, we're probably gonna do this one next week because we got to do something that we can learn from. Although we're learning from this one, this is just an easier read for me. The medical apartheid was extremely hard because it had a lot of medical jargon in it, and that's not my industry. I went to hair school. But I could teach you how to get your nails together. But we'll do this one next week, and we'll keep pushing with this one because we only got like. Let me double check quick with y'all while y'all here, so we can know. We don't hardly got nothing. I think we literally for real almost done. To be honest. Oh, this is the love letter that she had. Not love letter. She wrote to somebody. It's really not that long because I know a thick part of it is midnight. Ah, there we go. So we on 274 and it's only 430 pages. 430 pages. So let's see where the last chapter ends for those who watch this to the end. Damn girl. Ah, here it is. Here it is. I found it. I found it. I found it. 19. So we on chapter 13, chapter 19. We only got 6 chapters left. So that ain't gonna be shit for us. And then we're gonna do the Willie Lynch letter as well. And then we were supposed to read life after death, the part two of this. But we have an emergency, so we're gonna do Never Die Alone. And then after we do Never Die Alone, then we're gonna do Life After Death and Powernomics. Okay. So once we knock out these, then we're gonna move on to the next. All right. Now, I can't promise 2 chapters every night. I'll try to do my best depending on how early I start. But remember, I got taco, a garden, a life to live, and plans of my own that I gotta, handle. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for my day ones. I appreciate you. Make sure you share this with somebody so we can, try to get this algorithm. It gets a little disheartening when I only see, 2 or 3 people here. So it'll be great, but they'll catch on. Um, I'm 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 not doing ratchet ass content, so it is what it is. But if you want to donate to the Cash App, Real Talking Healthy Food, just like everything else. And I'll see you on the next one. Share if you care, share if you dare, especially if you're a Care Bear. Peace, love, and hair grease and all that jazz. I'm out. Peace. Look for updates on Instagram. Okay, now I'm out. Peace.